It's February and it's time for my second annual Salute to African American History Month. February is a short month, but short or not, I am going to recognize the accomplishments of 4 African Americans in history. I hope you enjoy this installment and learn something along the way. So let's go. Born in Paris, Kentucky on March 4th, 1877, Garrett Morgan was the seventh of 11 children. His mother, Elizabeth Reed, was of Indian and African descent and the daughter of a Baptist minister. His father, Sidney, a formerly enslaved person freed in 1863, was the son of John Hunt Morgan, a Confederate colonel. Morgan's mixed race heritage would play a part in his business dealings as an adult. When Morgan was in his mid-teens, he moved to Cincinnati, Ohio, to look for work and found it as a handyman to a wealthy landowner. Although he only completed an elementary school education, Morgan was able to pay for more lessons from a private tutor, but jobs at several sewing machine factories were to soon capture his imagination and determine his future. Learning the inner workings of the machines and how to fix them, Morgan obtained a patent for an improved sewing machine and opened his own repair business. Following the momentum of his business success, Morgan's patented sewing machine would soon pave the way to his financial freedom, albeit in a rather unorthodox way. In 1909, Morgan was working with sewing machines in his newly opened tailoring shop, a business he had opened with wife Mary, who had experience as a seamstress, when he encountered woolen fabric that had been scorched by a sewing machine needle. It was a common problem at the time since sewing machine needles ran at such high speeds. In hopes of alleviating the problem, Morgan experimented with a chemical solution in an effort to reduce friction created by the needle, and subsequently noticed that the hairs of the cloth were straighter. After trying his solution to good effect on a neighboring dog's fur, Morgan finally tested the concoction on himself. When that worked, he quickly established the G.A. Morgan Hair Refining Company and sold the cream to African Americans. The company was incredibly successful, bringing Morgan financial security and allowing him to pursue other interests. In 1914, Morgan patented a breathing device, a safety hood, providing its wearers with a safer breathing experience in the presence of smoke, gases, and other pollutants. Morgan worked hard to market the device, especially to fire departments, often personally demonstrating its reliability in fires. Morgan's breathing device became the prototype and precursor for the gas mask used during World War I, protecting soldiers from toxic gas used in warfare. The invention earned him the first prize at the Second International Expedition of Safety and Sanitation in New York City. There was some resistance to Morgan's devices among buyers, particularly in the South, where racial tension remained palpable despite advancements in African American rights. In an effort to counteract that resistance, Morgan hired a white actor to pose as the inventor during demonstrations of his breathing device. Morgan would pose as the inventor's sidekick, disguised as a Native American man named Big Chief Mason, and wearing his hood, enter areas otherwise unsafe for breathing. The tactic was successful. Sales of the device were brisk, especially from firefighters and rescue workers. In 1916, the city of Cleveland was drilling a new tunnel under Lake Erie for a fresh water supply. Workers hit a pocket of natural gas, which resulted in a huge explosion and trapped workers underground amidst suffocating, toxic fumes and dust. When Morgan heard about the explosion, he and his brother put on breathing devices, made their way to the tunnel, and entered as quickly as possible. The brothers managed to save 2 lives and recover 4 bodies before the rescue effort was shut down. Despite his heroic efforts, the publicity that Morgan garnered from the incident hurt sales. The public was now fully aware that Morgan was an African American, and many refused to purchase his products. Adding to detriment, neither the inventor nor his brother were fully recognized for their heroic efforts at Lake Erie. Possibly another effect of racial discrimination. Morgan was nominated for a Carnegie Medal for his efforts, but ultimately wasn't chosen to receive the award. Additionally, some reports of the explosion name others as the rescuers. Cleveland explosion was undoubtedly disheartening. Morgan was a voracious inventor, an observer who focused on fixing problems and soon turned the attention to all kinds of things, from hats to belt fasteners to car parts. The first black man in Cleveland to own a car, Morgan worked on his mechanical skills and developed a friction drive clutch. Then in 1923, he created a new kind of traffic signal, one with a warning light to alert drivers that they would need to stop after witnessing a carriage accident at a particularly problematic intersection in the city. Morgan quickly acquired patents for his traffic signal, a rudimentary version of the modern three-way traffic light in the United States, Britain, and Canada, but eventually sold the rights to the General Electric for $40,000. Morgan began developing glaucoma in 1943 and lost most of his sight as a result. The accomplished inventor died in Cleveland, Ohio on July 27, 1963, shortly before the celebration of the Emancipation Proclamation Centennial, an event he had been awaiting. Just before his death, Morgan was honored by the United States government for his traffic signal invention, and he was eventually restored to his place in history as a hero of the Lake Erie rescue. I hope you liked getting some information on Mr. Garrett Morgan. Thanks for watching my tribute to African Americans in history. The areas I've obtained the information is listed below. If you enjoy my content, please hit that like button and subscribe so you will know when I have some new content coming out. Have a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening, whatever time you're watching this. Be safe out there, wear your mask, social distance, and all that good stuff. And I will see you next time. Bye for now.